Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's lights out and away we go.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hands. You can never take away the power of my It's out of my hands, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hands. You can never take away the power of my
You've got to be kidding me. This fucking Stream Deck doesn't work at all, man. Yeah, it'll be a couple of minutes here. I got some technical difficulties with my stupid-ass Stream Deck again. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. Having an issue. It's having an issue. Yep, there's a new version of Stream Deck available. Watch, it'll fucking blow everything up. It won't work. I don't know, we'll go with it. I'll just try and do it on the fly here. I will do it on the fly. Oh, look at that. That's all messed up, too. I gotta fix that. The scene went all crazy. All right, man. We got this. I still got a mouse. I still got a mouse. Right. So there's a lot of prompts here for this fucking thing. Hopefully it doesn't blow up my stream. It might. Stranger things have happened and less exciting things have blown up the fucking stream. So let me get this thing put together for you. Because if I don't have it put together, I ain't driving in it. And then I need my my special microphone too. Sorry about that little microphone spike. That's what happens when your shit don't work. Those are what my boobs sound like. They've got rings, so the microphone might have like activated on them. Yeah, I'm a boomer. Boomers have body piercings and stuff. So if you ever want to get in a fight with a boomer and win, just aim for the tit. They probably have a titty ring in there. You fuck them up, man. They'll fucking on the ground. Fucking motherfucker. I'm not sure why this does this. I think it might have something to do with permissions in Streamlabs or something stupid like that. But I'm not really sure. This happened a while ago, and I forget what I did. I didn't do anything. It just started working the next day. Actually, is how it worked. So, you got that going for you, bud. So keep your mouse handy. You're gonna need it, motherfuckers. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. We're gonna do it anyway, because I don't care. I'm just doing the one race today. Like 26 miles of fun, wherever we end up.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So you can't get this cool sweatshirt at that link, but you can get one of these fine-ass trucker hats. They only sell flat brim hats nowadays, so you're stuck in that respect. Wrench. I'm gonna be down here on the floor for a minute while this video plays. You got any questions, concerns, or complaints? The first two can come to me. The last one can go to hell. I don't do complaints here. I do laundry, dog shit, and sim racing. Oh, and I also do some mild automotive work. Whoa! So I gotta lock these wheels. Oh, that's my head, dude. So I moved the pedal tray a little tiny bit today because I wanted to feel it to be a little closer. That went a lot easier than yesterday. Surely I did something wrong. It'll probably never come apart again. Just kidding. I got this thing pretty figured out. This is Tupac. I know I say it every time when I start these streams, but you gotta keep the new people informed of what's going on. I call it Tupac because it's discontinued and it's 2 pieces for the studio setup I have down here. I gotta have it. Gotta have it like this. Everything's on wheels and it can be moved out of the way if I need to. What if there was a fucking emergency in here? What if we started taking on water on one side of the room and I had to move everything out of the way? You know what I'm saying? If these things weren't on wheels or like a furniture slider, I'd be F-U-C-K-D with a capital F and D at the end. And nobody wants that. So one thing I will say though, I'm thinking that USB-C is probably not the best connector for these types of things. Especially you have to remove it and reapply it every now and again. It seems like I had a really hard time getting the USB-C in the slot here where I felt it was connected for my dashboard. Maybe they should do the lightning cable now that that's pretty much free. That was an Apple exclusive. If they could get that from Apple for sim racing, that would probably be good because the lightning cable is basically the same thing as a USB-C. It's just inverted, which would make it just more reliable for connection after connection after connection. And you wouldn't ever have the fear of breaking off that little tiny board that's in the center of the USB-C. Maybe that's why they want to do it. It's an enshittification thing. That makes sense now why everything has to be USB-C. Because they tell you it's faster, but really all it is smaller. It's really not any faster or anything like that. It's smaller, it's cuter, it's more petite. But it serves the same purposes like a USB-A. Or a USB-B for that matter. I'm pretty sure, it was originally for peripherals versus data connections, but then everyone tries to decide that it's their new proprietary fucking device connection and then all bets are off. Anyway, let's see the world map. Welcome to the world. So this is our cool studio here that we do Gran Turismo stuff in. It's actually just the other half of the basement. And today, we're going to do this race. What race is it? Oh, I should turn that fucking thing off. This Huskeveld sign is cool and everything like that, and it's part of the fucking unit, but we don't need it on. Where's the fucking switch for that? There it is. Because it kind of fucks up the whole vibe of the studio lighting, because it's so goddamn bright. So this is our race lineup here. We're gonna do this one last because I'm gonna use my big rig, because my big rig has the gated shifter on it. Big rig is my original rig that I purchased about 10 years ago, and it has my bigger Fanatec motor that I kind of don't use anymore because it doesn't have the same effects that the newer motor does. There's definitely a different feeling between the two of them. 800 or less. Which car do we do for this? We do this is a GT3. Oh no, this isn't right. I gotta change the thing here. The compliance cars. What? Well, what happened? Be specific, my man. Oh, you're on the private messages. Oh, he's talking to me in private messages. Oh, you're reading about that. So you know who that guy is then. I don't know if he's on yet or not, but the friend of mine is reading private messages, and they come through my chat box as like chat, but it's colored purple. It's weird. It doesn't show up so you can read it, but it shows up. That's cool. I'm gonna look up your thing right now. I want to before we drive. I gotta set this thing up. You paused me for a second in the middle of my thing. So let's do performance points. We need 800-ish. If I wanted to use one of these old Porsches, like this 919 hybrid, if I could find it, if they still have it in the game, I have a paint job for it that's really fucking sweet. I found all these paint jobs for my cars, like from back in the day. I think they want you to use this car, but I hate these fucking cars. I really do hate these fucking cars. Like, I would rather use like this car or this car. I might use this car. I might use this car or that Toyota car. Because I'm afraid if I use one of these cars, like down here, not that I'm gonna get my, oh, I could use this car. This car is badass, but I will spin this car out so bad. This car is sweet on this game. I could do that one, the Dragon Speed car. I think I like doing this retro car though. Let's see. And then I'm gonna look up your cockpit. Because I haven't looked up a lot of the next level racing. You know, if you got the seat with the hepatics, right? I'm not sure if you're still there or you're watching or you're looking or if you saw it. They have a seat with rumblers in it. You can plug that into a small laptop, and then I know the ports that you open up on the laptop and your thing. So you hook up, like, you know, these types of same features that are in the same profile in the same program. It's a program called SimHub. And, you know, I get all types of crazy stuff. And other people get crazy stuff through it, too. Josie actually uses it for hepatics. Like, he's got little, like Dayton audio transducers, which is basically a speaker with the cone cut off of it, like just a magnet. And it rumbles underneath his pedals and his feet. And that's all hooked up through SimHub. So I can show you all that stuff too. It's pretty easy to hook up. I mean, it's all searchable on the internet and stuff like that. So it's not like, you know, it's something you can't find. If you can read instructions, you can more than likely figure it out. So I'm gonna look up your cockpit right now. Next level cockpit, victory. Next level racing, victory. I can probably go down the street and buy this. I know you'd be fucking happy to hear that. Oh yeah, that'll work for you. No worries. So like, here's the thing, bro. Listen to this now. Listen to me carefully. You have to watch the video about load cells down my channel. All right? So like, find the pump your brakes video. I think I forget which one it is, but it's on there. It's called Pump Your Brakes. So like, I go through all the brakes that are out there on the market. I show you how they work, and I explain what the load cell is versus the potentiometer and how to set them up in most sims, because it's really simple. Like when you're in the, and I'll explain it to you really quick over the microphone now. So when you're in your sim, right, say Gran Turismo is your preferred sim, the way it normally works is it does a long press calibration. So the first time you turn your game on, every time you turn your game on, I don't know if you've noticed, your braking gets kind of weird when you go into the corner for the first time. That's because your game is calibrating the brake on the first time you press it for the longest press. So then it determines how long and how long you press it, how long you hold it, and therefore it now has your brake calibrated. It developed that from Thrustmaster a long time ago. Now they've made it more intricate, and like you can actually go into, you know, settings, and you can set it like, you know, whether you have a load cell or not. It's more like iRacing and PC sims, right? So when you're setting these load cells up for the first time, what you have to do is you have to go into your settings for your wheel, right? There'll be a tuning menu, and it'll be called brake force or whatever, or BRF, I think, on the Fanatec, or brake force is, you know, what a lot of manufacturers call it, or, you know, load cell sensitivity is another, you know, term for it, or whatever. You have to soften it up all the way, so it's really soft and really sensitive, and like as soon as you touch it, it goes all the way. You understand? So that way, when you go into the, like, say this menu here, I'll show you actually, because I can show you. Since we're here, you can go in here to the menu, and I'll show you. So you can go into, where is it? Controllers. So you see here in controllers, steering controller settings. View connected steering controllers and adjust related settings. So you see this here? Yeah, I got all this. So now you can go in and pedal calibrate now. You used to not be able to do this on Gran Turismo. This was a simulator like on PC only feature. So now what you can do is you can press that, and it'll ask you to do all the different pedals and the handbrake and all that stuff. But anyway, we're basically just going to talk about the brake, because the clutch and the accelerator speak for themselves. You really don't need to mess with them that much. The only thing that requires some understanding is the load cell. So you'll go, like I said, into the menu of your wheelbase and your wheel. There'll be a brake force setting or a load cell setting. You'll minimize that so it's super, super sensitive. You'll press your brake the way you want to press it. It'll go to 100%. You'll end your calibration. Then you'll go back into your settings here for your load cell, the BRF setting, and you'll increase it till it gives you the readout on this menu that you prefer. Most people like it to be a little bit down from the top. That way you don't lock your brakes up as much. Other than that, you know what I mean, it's pretty, like, you know, cut and dry. There's really not much you can do to it. Unless you have like a crazy PC setup and you're racing in a PC simulator, then most of those things will have like settings that you can, you know, program into your pedals with profiles, and like you can do all types of exponentials. And Fanatec will offer that eventually too. Or someone will, you know, figure out a way to, you know, talk them into offering that settings and those settings for all their pedals, because like the fact that they don't, and like right now they kind of have it set up so you can only use it on those new pedals that you can't even buy, and they're only offering sale and selling the old pedals. Eventually something's going to have to give, because they won't be able to produce enough of those podium pedals to fill the marketplace while they're trying to alleviate all their old stock issues that they have. Anyway, enough politics. Let's get out of here. Go back to the race thing. Did I explain that well enough for you? Do you understand that? Do you have any questions? It's in the video too. I gotta see what tires this car has, because if I don't have any tires for it, it won't work. Okay, I got tires. Let's go. I guess I'll just use this wheel, fuck it. I have a crazy BMW wheel that I use for a lot of these races, but I don't know, I think I actually might want to use the Porsche wheel with the round. Yeah, the reason I like the Porsche wheel with the round is because the controls on it are easier. The GTDD Pro wheel has good controls for Gran Turismo. Really good controls for Gran Turismo. Some of the other ones are geared more towards doing PC stuff, and that's from their own, that's by their own admission. Because, you know, PC stuff is where it's at. This fucking thing doesn't work. I really wish my Stream Deck worked. I wonder why that doesn't work. I'm gonna try and unplug it again. Hey, it's not wobbling. That's good. Where the fuck am I putting this thing? I'm like over here trying to put it on something that's already got a wheel on it. That's a problem when you have too many wheels and too many wheelbases. You don't know where any of that shit goes anymore. I wish my Stream Deck worked, because it's what I use to get shit done. I'm gonna unplug it just for fucking shits and giggles. So forgive me if I broke something else. I have them on this little tree over here that I built out of old profile pieces. I'm really big on recycling.
Yeah.
Huh, there's got to be a permissions thing, and I don't understand what it is. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably because I'm multi-streaming. That really shouldn't be it, though. I'm gonna have to send them a message about this bullshit. Dashboard, recent events, cloud bot, active, chat box, themes, panel maker, widgets, dashboard, inactive. Alright, well I just added it to YouTube, so that's good, I guess. But I don't think that's going to make a difference. I'm not really worried about that. I'm more worried about why my shit don't work. It's got to be something in permissions. Custom website, tipping, sponsorships, merch stores. Nope. Huh. That's interesting. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. It's raining. Fuck. How hard is it raining? Well. This isn't helping. Okay, it's gonna stay raining really fucking hard. Is that what that means? Alright, so it might stop raining. I'm gonna start on super wet tires, I guess. Watch when I get out there, there's going to be no water whatsoever. Ah! So, let me get my mouse over here because it's required today. Thank the heebie-jeebies for the wireless mouse, yeah? Alright, it's time to get going here. I'm only doing one today because I got some stuff I got to do. And I'll probably try and get back on iRacing later to show off my new wheel. I got a new wheel yesterday too.
Yeah.
Basically just an old wheel that I got going again. It's on my other wheelbase. right? Let me know how that one works out, because I basically designed that one, and they started showing up on the market. I showed some guy from the UK, I gave him my design or whatever. I said, here, look at this. Because basically the way that one works, or the way I imagined it worked, is you would have like 2 interlocking pieces, right? With like the pop rivets or some type of like, you know, spring-loaded like pin. So you can adjust the length, right? And then you can adjust the height. But then it still would collapse in on itself, right? Down to a point where it would just like be like over the, like the front of the pedal. And then like, you know, the seat would be like some kind of a fold down job. So you can have it like basically the size of a, like a large, not a large, but I would say it would fold down to the size of a laundry bin. And that's kind of like, you know, what this is. You know what I mean? This is kind of that same vibe. I just used what I had available to me, and I kind of made it like that. Because like this, I also had the idea where I could tip this down, and then, you know, take the seat, and then fold it up over the top of it. That way I could go and put it in a closet if I needed to. You know what I mean? I'm full of bad ideas. I used to be into like, you know, RC car racing really hard, and we had to engineer a lot of our solutions to our problems because they just didn't make parts back then. Now you can buy a car, it comes with every fucking part under the sun. But I come from a time when you had to make that shit. They called us Team Dremel. Give me a piece of plastic and I'm gonna make you some shit. Give me a piece of aluminum, I'm gonna make you some shit. Now, give me a CAD scanner and my 3D printer, and I'm gonna make you some shit. Right now, let's make some entertaining racing. Stream Deck work. Stream Deck no work. That's fucking too bad. I don't really know how to adjust that, really. And I don't have a solution for that. So, microphone on, microphone off, like none of that stuff works right now unless I do it through the PC. So maybe a PC update snuck in there or something like that when I wasn't looking. Otherwise, something's going on where not all my USBs are properly transferring the things that they need to. I have a plan for that too, actually. Like I was going to the capture card that I have hooked up to this PlayStation is supposed to work when I do whatchamacallit, it's supposed to work when I'm doing just playing it, you know what I mean? It's supposed to have pass-through capabilities, but it doesn't unless it's powered, which is fucking stupid. I don't know where the windshield wiper is, so forgive me. Get out of my way. And I don't use traction control on this game, so this could get ugly. Ah! This is actually not the correct wheel to use to be period. I should be using my whatchamacallit, my 13-inch on the CSL button box, which are pieces of shit too. Don't fall for that. I did that for you, okay? Treaded tires. You get on the dirt. Whoa! You motherfucker. I got my rear end lifted up. I'm not gonna fucking tolerate that. I'm gonna restart because it's lap 1, and I'm gonna get fucking mean now. I'm gonna go into that corner a little better. See how much water is on the track? See that? The water gauge? That's how you know it's wet tire versus intermediate tire. Anything below the first line, you can probably get away with running a dry tire. There's probably a dry enough line out there. anything in the middle there is intermediate, and when it starts getting dark blue, that's when your shit better be on wet tires, otherwise you're fucked. Also, Royalo, you better be ready to come up with solutions to your problems, because, like, money doesn't solve them. You gotta get creative. So if something comes up with that rig, if something happens where it's not sturdy enough, get ready to add a piece. Carl Gosling's a dildo, man. That guy's for sale. Bro, all those motherfuckers are for sale. I don't say anything bad about products. You know what I'm saying? But I buy products and I do reviews and I let my face and like the experience show But see, here's the thing, man. Like, I just want you to understand this about these people that do these reviews, and this is why I started doing reviews. I mean, I just can't keep up with it, because they get shit for free. They can go to the sim racing expos and all these things and stuff like that that I can't do. You know what I'm saying? But they do these things, and they do it for access, basically, because then everybody, you know, buys their stuff, and they get a little affiliate boost, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can set up an affiliate thing, like, through these affiliate programs, for any and everything. So like, you know, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these people are for sale. You got to find a real person. If you see one person give it a good review, you better find 2 other people before you buy it. And that's what I go off of. All I'm saying is get ready to find some pieces of metal. Oh yeah, I'm hip, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, and the guy does it for that. I did this for a budget. This guy has so much reactive force feedback, it's not even funny. Yeah, I did this one for a budget. It was actually for a budget video and a teammate, because this was really cheap when I bought it. It was on sale, too. The most expensive thing about this rig is the seat, because it's a real seat. Oh no! This is a shit show. This is a real racing seat. It's made by a company called Corvo. It's for ORVs and stuff like that, but they're not necessarily as cheap as they should be. It's not like a, what's the cheapest one? Forget what it's called. There's a, it'll come to me. They're from China. How much did it cost, if you don't mind me asking you? And if you could, because I'm driving the car, convert it to American dollars for me. Oh, wow. That was fucking spicy. I just need third for this, man. have not made this corner yet. I finally made it. I made it. I made it. I'm going to the front, motherfucker. Come on. Hey, everybody believes what they want to believe. I'm just asking people to see, like, you know, more than one person's perspective, like when they buy this shit. That's why I do what I do. I bought some expensive shit to try and prove a point that somebody fucking lied to me about some shit. And I'm still fucking sore about it. There was a big joke, man. I just didn't know I wasn't in on it. It was about me. Some of the shit these fucking cunts have said to me. Sorry, language. I got all the emails, man. I kept all the documents. Like, if someone threatens you with fucking legal action, or like, you know, fucking is gonna call Carmen Sandiego or Interpol on you, or whatever it is that these fucking guys said to me. You know what I'm saying? Over just trying to get what I paid for, you tend to think to yourself, man, maybe I better start keeping messages. Hey, you know what though? I said this a long time ago, and I even said this when I used to RC race. It's better to be infamous, you know what I mean? Or you know, rather than like not be famous or nobody know who you are, you know what I'm saying? Like, we used to show up to races and people would wonder what we were doing, and fucking, you know what? That's a good feeling. To know that someone's willing to knock you out of the race by any means necessary because they know that's how they gotta do it, this is also a good feeling. You know, that's a form of respect, whether you want to admit it or not. Like, there's a big RC race in my town today, right? Like a big one, like national, like people are there, world champions are there, and all that stuff. I guarantee you, if I showed up, a half a dozen people would be fucking nervous. Maybe 3 of them would leave. Even if they hadn't seen me in fucking 10 years. I ain't gonna sit there and make that shit up because I got a Rammstein gold record on the wall with my name on it. You can't make shit like that up, right? I got a Slipknot platinum record on the wall. You can't make that shit up either. Just close enough, but never there. My buddies are there, though. People that I used to race against went on to race world championship races and stuff like that, and travel, you know what I mean, at the behest of the companies. I have a really cool daughter instead. Those people, you know, they don't have those kinds of things. What's gonna happen here with this race? I don't even know what my fuel situation is. The tires aren't gonna fucking roll off, that's for sure. Eventually, I might have to come in for inters or something, but I could just ride out here and everything will be fine. You know what I mean? See this line here? That's all shiny. Look how much water's there. Right here. This guy behind me's catching though, so I don't know. It's lap 5, they're coming in for fuel. Are they coming back out on flats or inters, you think? Oh! Come on, God! Oh, they're coming out on inters. better go. Ah! Do me a favor. Put exclamation point, the letter or the number 4, and then tires. I need some juice. Anybody. Type it right in the chat. Exclamation point, number 4, tires. Yeah! Oh! Oh yeah, you gotta use an eye, dude. Woo! But that's close. Come on, Cad! Do car things! Catch this German in the fucking Subaru. Catch this German from Turkey in the Subaru. Look at that corner. Yeah, yeah, look at that. They're pitting. I'm in the lead. Later. No mistakes. Handbrake in a straight line is really good to slow the car down if you're oversped into the corner. Just don't do it with any wheel input, because then it's backwards time. In my body. I need to go fast as I can. Ah, that's bad. I need a delta. The delta for Gran Turismo, I think, for a pit stop, a clean pit stop, is 21 plus seconds. 22 seconds to be exact. Yeah, man. I've been there too a little bit. I usually go there before I start, but I didn't because I figured I'd just talk to you cats for a while. Sometimes it can't just be about you. Look how much rain there is. Fucking A. I wish I knew which button hit the windshield wiper. Woohoo! Lots of handbrake. I gained that gap back though. They're on inters. We're going back to wets. Watch those cars will go back to wets. Whoa! The game is really fucking bad at tire management, dude. I'm thinking about getting the extension for this thing, but I think they suck. Like, if you want one of those extensions, like, I don't think they work on this wheelbase anyway. Like, I can't see that Simgear, like, long extension with the USB in it being good for this. Like, maybe if it had a soft cord or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, if you plugged it in, and then, like, it had a soft cord inside, and it wasn't, like, connected like that, and it had some give. Like, I think it'd be okay. But that one that they sell, it's like, it's just a really big, it's just a longer, you know, aluminum piece or whatever that you stick into the insert. I don't think that's good. Yeah, Josie is the dude that does the SimHub thing and turned me on to the SimHub thing for Gran Turismo. I knew about it, but I had never bothered with it. But I have all this equipment to do it, and like he's like, oh yeah, you look it up, it's really easy. Uh-oh. He's like, yeah, it's really easy. Oh, that's gravel. That's gravel. You don't want to be there. I haven't made this corner really yet either. I think I need more downforce because it's so wet. I usually just run these cars completely bone stock because, like, you know, we're not here for the fucking trophies. We're here for the gambles. You are? Oh, I didn't know you were using it. I think I remember we talked about it once. So I think the thing that I'm worried about most with this rig, it's got such a flimsy fucking wheel deck. This fucking thing, the wheel deck is so thin, and it relies on just like an engineered like brake press bend at the end. But it's like with like, it depends on what car you're doing too. Cause like if the car has, oh, I'm getting fucking tracked. It stopped raining. What am I supposed to do? It's one lap to go with 9 seconds. I better fucking go. This guy's gonna catch me. I'm gonna get froggaed at the fucking last corner. Watch. You watch if I don't get going. Uh-oh. Getting fucking tracked. Look at that. Look at them track me. Ah! They're tracking me. Oh, he's pitting. He's out of gas. Woo! I'm gonna win by a country mile. I should have gotten the fucking inters. This is bone stock, the fucking force feedback right now. And I don't know if you can see how much this thing, like, is bouncing. You see it? I have an idea to fix that. You know how I always say I have like all these different like pieces of profile laying around, right? So I could take this one piece of profile I have. I don't know if it's, I think it might be too long actually. But if I put it underneath and then bolt, you know, it to this this piece here, it should take all that bounce out. You see that bounce? That's new. That's new to this rig because of this new configuration, because I had to pull it out. The fucking roost is going, baby. So that's good. Ouch. Dude, it's faking me out, saying it's working, but it's not. Work! Sorta works. Alright, let's watch the video. Now we can all chat and have a good time. This is my favorite part of doing this. 30 laps. Oh man, if I wouldn't have restarted that one time, I probably would have been 30 on the dot. Wouldn't that have been fun? No clean race bonuses, because all the times I fucking shoveled up all that gravel into my my air boxes. At least I didn't Mark Webber the motherfucker. Whee! Is YouTube here? I didn't even bother to check YouTube today. Said I'm not going to be here that long, I don't think. Well, YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe or something. So historically, my streaming career had started on YouTube, right? And then from there, I went on to, because you could actually live stream on YouTube when I first started this. And then that S-Bag, Logan Paul, or whatever those fuckers went into the suicide forest with their fucking cell phone. Ruined all of that. Set every small streamer back probably 10 years. I bet they did it on purpose. Because you know what? You know who got banned from live streaming? Everybody else but that cocksucker. Whoa. I just stepped on the thing. That's not good. Yeah, everybody else but that cocksucker got banned from live streaming. I used to do awesome live streams at the RC track and shit like that. It was super fun. Me and Max Recoil would meet on Sundays. We would go race our trucks in between Gran Turismo rounds. There's cool videos of Max Recoil driving RC cars. Proof that we're real drivers. We fucking drive shit. Not just in video games. It just happens it's really easy to do it at home on video games. And that's what I keep telling people, man. Like once upon a time when I met my wife, she told me, because like I was a porter at a car dealership 20 years ago, and she says, I want you to be with me and I want you to manage my vintage car fleet one day. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. Little did I know it would be a virtual fleet. Hey, that's cool too though, man. Gas is expensive and I don't necessarily care to have a gas car ever again, to be honest with you. We were just talking about that earlier today. They jacked up all the registration fees in our state and our area for electric vehicles. But like even with the jacked up registration fees or whatever, we're still gonna save money because of the fucking Iranian conflict and like how high oil prices are. And like the fucked up part is like I watch a lot of like, you know, political satire, not satire, but you know, commentary type stuff or whatever. And like the way these economists speak about like, you know, the oil crisis is that everybody knew this was gonna happen. Like they were telegraphing it, telling everybody but us, the people that are paying the pump prices and stuff like that. And it's gonna be one of the largest transferences of wealth again in history from consumer to the oil, you know, companies. And it's not like we're paying extra, right? So mind you, we're not paying extra, you know what I'm saying, for like what they're pulling from the ground. Because like right now they're not gonna pull anything from the ground because it's too expensive and they're not gonna make any money, right? Because like all the other incurred costs. So like we're gonna end up just being like in a huge oil crisis globally. A fucking airline here just closed today. Airlines are threatening to close in Europe because of jet fuel shortages and stuff like that. And like I said, the only people that are gonna suffer in this instance are the people that buy gas. You and I. Not the orange, you know, dildo in chief or any of that other nonsense. I'm fucking so pissed this morning about that I saw that last night. Because like we're running on operational, you know, we're running towards an operational minimum. Eventually the oil that they put through the refineries will run out once, you know, all the boats reach the ports that they were destined to before they're done blockading them. And like I said, again, the transference of wealth to the oil companies. And you know the oil companies which are getting the most wealth right now? Russian. Fuck you. Some bullshit. Everybody bend over. I hear if you stand on your tippy toes, it doesn't hurt as bad.
Yeah.
All right, now let's watch the rest of the race. I try not to deep into that shit, dude, but it's just like so fucking frustrating today. I went to bed on that, and then I woke up to the airline that, you know, I went to Disney on last or something like that, I think. And they're fucking gone now. So, like, I'll be paying an extra fucking, like, however much money the next time I want to get on a fucking plane. If they can get the motherfucker off the ground, because they have people to tell them where to go so they don't crash into each other. Winning! Oh, you want me to show you my new steering wheel? Here it is. Let's talk about steering wheels. Let's talk about steering wheels. Because I got like a fucking warehouse full of sim racing equipment here, so if anybody's looking for anything, let me know. Gotcha. So this is my new wheel. This is a Porsche 911 GT3 Cup wheel from the Fanatec ecosystem. I think they still sell these. I don't think you can buy them individually. I think you have to buy them in a combo. I'm not really sure though. But anyway, what I've done is I had an opportunity to get all the closeout stuff from my local store of some things. So like I have that spacer, right, that I was talking about. It's a SimLabs spacer, and it converts a bunch of different like wheel patterns to 70 millimeters, right? So I've taken that and I've incorporated it with like literally like I think this was like a $3, $4, $5 stub because I bought it closeout. And then I was able to convert it because it's a wheel pattern for old Fanatec, right? So that Fanatec has a version 1 and a version 2 quick releases. No, not quick releases, but wheels. And they also have version 1 and 2 quick releases. The version 1 wheels had 52 millimeter bolt patterns to the back of them, right? Because that was the chassis housing had put out there. So like you can use these to hook up, you know, to that housing that Fanatec used to use. So nobody's buying these. They're sitting at the store for like $1, $2, $3. I think it was like $4.99 or something like that. So I bought them all, knowing that, you know, this other part, which is also $4.99, right? So stub, spacer, this is less than $10, and this was $30 for the spacer. And then I have a new wheel for my Simgear. Now I have, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 different wheels to run on my Simgear, depending on what car I run. So I have one for NASCAR, I have one for dirt oval, I have one for vintage road course cars and stuff like that. And then I have this new Porsche wheel, which is basically just my old wheel. It's my first really good wheel from Fanatec. I love it still. I still love that wheel. It's the wheel that I used today, actually. It's the 911 GT3 Endurance combo. But yeah, that's what it looks like with this quick release on it. So I have a bunch of these quick releases too. I tried to sell them, but it's kind of not really a good system. It's a functional system, you know what I mean? And it's good for that, but like, and it's good for having a bunch of different wheels if you have the stubs and you have the stubs available. But what they've done recently is like a lot of this like first generation quick release stuff, this was taken from, I think, some automotive. I think it's an HKS is the original manufacturer, and they call it a zero play adapter. They're changing, they took that name and they're converting it into a new piece for SimLabs that they're gonna have like USB pass-through and pins and all that other shit in. that they're going to call zero plate. For their wheelbase, which I'm telling you right now, they're never going to get made. It's one of those situations where they're trying to sell you a rumor as opposed to a product. You know what I'm saying? I think they say that they're pre-ordering and stuff like that. But, I mean, if you read the fine print of any pre-order contract or whatever, it literally states that they are not obligated to fill the order. I mean, at least that's what they told me with my Cybertruck when I put money down on it and took it back 10 minutes later because I realized it was a fucking pump and dump scam. And, you know, because they were 18 to 24 months late. So imagine that taking that many pre-orders, $100 each per person, you know, times like, you know, millions or whatever, sitting in a bank account collecting interest or whatever. So like basically the guy, you know, it was a Ponzi scheme. The whole Cybertruck thing was a Ponzi scheme. And I don't understand how like it was allowed to be let happen. That guy took $100 from everybody, put it in a bank account, and that bank account has accumulated interest. He didn't have to, you know, honor any of those things. But he's still going to make interest on that money that he took, promising us some bullshit that he never delivered on. Still have not delivered on, because they promised us a fucking $46,000 to $50,000 all-wheel drive truck that would fucking race a Lamborghini. They sold us, or delivered us, a $130,000 truck that would do all that shit. Barely. Pissed me off about that nonsense. But anyway, yeah, that's the quick release I use on my Simgear. 70 mil, 70 mil. It works really good, you know what I mean? But you gotta torque with it, you know what I mean? But like, I guess that's what it's about. Uh-oh, broken box. I gotta figure out a way to, you know, mount these somewhere. So like, I think what I'm gonna do is I have, like I said, I have a few more of these. To do, I think, like 2 or 3 more wheels, like, of, you know, what varying, you know, bolt patterns. Like, I have adapters to go to 70 and, like, so on and so forth, and I have a couple more of these 52, so I can do 2 more like this, actually. And I have one more stub and 2 more plates. So, to make that, you know, jump or whatever. And then I have, I think at least 2 more 70 millimeter stubs. So I have stubs out the fucking wing wang. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. But anyway, I'm just gonna take one of these extras and, you know, line it up on some wood and, you know, measure out the wheels. And I think I'm just gonna mount it up here on the wall for my Simgear wheels. So just look. Otherwise, I gotta pay a ton of money to, you know, pay that guy to make me, you know, 3D print me something I can print for myself.
Blankets on the tires as quickly as we can.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
So the plan is we will get at least 10-minute warning before we have the restart, so don't sleep.
Okay, but where's the blankets?
Yeah, yeah.
Without the... put it on. Stop saying that we put, let's put them on. Found them, put them on.
I immediately forgot my stream deck doesn't work. That was an awesome shot with the mountain and the car in the background or whatever, like going down into the Dunlop chicane. Can't wait to take that picture. I think the current picture that I tried to use a picture of that French piece of shit. But it came up exceeding the 2 megapixel requirement or whatever. So I think what happened is normally I take a picture off of my phone. I'll screenshot it there, and then I'll post it, and then I'll, you know, there's the gravel trap. I'll save it off of, you know, to the computer and then load it into the thing. So it's probably a lower pixel count when I do it on my phone and transfer it over to, you know, from one device to the other. So because I did it on my Surface the other day, that's the last screenshot I took was on Surface. That's probably, you know, what happened, why it exceeded the maximum pixels. Or size limit or whatever. It's either that or I named the file French POS. One or the other, I don't know. So this one's almost done. A couple more laps and then we get our gambling spins. Yeehaw! I like me some gambling spins, man. I don't do casino or anything. I don't believe in it. Not even on the phone, even though they're fucking barraging me on it. So I can fight that one in court with my credit card provider. There ain't no way in hell. Oh no! Look how much water splashes up. That's kind of a cool graphic. I like that. Yeah, man. Gambling spins. Like, that's why the only reason I play this game. When you do 26 miles, you get, like, the opportunity for a flat spin on the thing. But that's not enough, because normally when I get those, I only get, you know, 5 to 10,000 credits. I think the maximum I've gotten lately is like 30,000 credits. This is the last lap. Look how far off I am. So yeah, so what I do is I wait till Thursday when they offer the 5 races. And then depending on how high value the spin is at the end, like sometimes they just give you credits, which is cool too. But if Josie usually tells me if it's a car or a 6-star roulette ticket car or some kind of dumb stuff like that that's higher value, I'm always in for those. Other than that, I don't play this game that much. I play it like, you know, maybe 2-3 times a week. And I'll only ever play it to the 26 mileage, and then I'll stop immediately. If you ever noticed that about my Gran Turismo streaming. It's a means to an end. You know, the difference between me and other dope fiends, I know I'm a dope fiend. I know my weaknesses, and I know my strengths. And I know my weakness is out there in the parking lot doing push-ups, waiting for me to fuck up. So I don't fuck up. Know what I mean? I don't fuck up. Calculated risks, man. All of them. Try and do the calculated risks. Gotta goddamn fucking do everything by hand again, like I'm old school. I wonder what the fuck. I wonder if I can do the Stream Deck mobile app. I wonder if it will work in this situation, or if it would be one of those things where they're gonna try and paywall me, motherfuckers. I hate that shit. Fucking paywall you, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, it was so easy. You can't believe it. No, it wasn't.
All right, so tomorrow it'll either be in the morning or the evening. I'll do this because, like I said, I've exceeded my 26.8 mile limit for the day. So it'll be this, but I'll be using this rig, my big rig, with the gated transmission setup because I love doing that for these races, and this is going to be a great one. I love this track. Let's pick the car. Let's see what kind of cars. This is a good one. I can use this one. There's always that car's mean as fuck. But we got to stay in the 550 range, right? Look here. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, that's a good one. Not 550 though. I could do one of my Corvettes. Do anything in this row except for that car. I don't like that car. I would rather do the businessman's coupe. This one right here. That's my drag racer. Here, let's listen to it. That is not the place to listen to cars. If you want to listen to cars, you got to go out to the garage. Make sure you got it loaded up here so you can fire one off while you listen to the pony's power. I love the old pony car races, man. SCCA Trans Am racing, vintage Trans Am racing, that is my jam. Project cars, vintage touring car racing, like, dude, you and I, like, if you met me on that, you and I would have some fun probably because, well, actually, you probably wouldn't join my lobby. You probably maybe, you know, not be able to because, like, I would set my lobbies up so you had to use a manual transmission with a clutch because you could do that on project cars. And, like, sometimes people would come in and say, hey, you know, I want to race with you, but your settings are too hard. Can you lower them a little bit? And I'm like, no. Fucking crazy. Not happening. 649 is what that one was, right? You want to hear what the laser ship sounds like? There's my car. Got one out in the garage. It's not for too much longer though. They're already trying to get it back. They want it back as soon as they can get it back because they know it's got no fucking miles on it and it's gonna make them some money. Probably be the only car they sell this summer that makes some money. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. That's basically the same thing as my dirt wheel. It's the same diameter, except it doesn't have the finger grips, which I'm kind of, I don't know. Like, I don't know about my dirt wheel. Like, I like my dirt wheel, but there would be things that I find like undesirable about it. There are things that I find undesirable about it. Oh, this is the wrong thing I gotta do. I gotta go in here. All right, Royal Player OG. Here's what you do. Go to the About section on my page for Twitch. Scroll down to the bottom. And if you, I think, hit the Ian Scotty 64 page, I think there's a Discord link in there somewhere. I just took it down off my pages or whatever because I'm the only one that still streams and I don't have access to any of those users' information anymore. Those are some of my old teammates or whatever that still have Twitch accounts. Pretty sure they have a Discord thing on there. So if you want to be in our Discord, that way I don't feel like I'm pressuring anybody. I've been doing it that way. I got a lot of weird randos in there, and like I'm thinking maybe that's how my identity got stolen, possibly. I've been thinking about figuring out a way to go through there and cleaning house, but I haven't figured that out yet. But in the meantime, let's give it a spin. You ready? We're gonna grab the handle too. No whammy, 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 no whammy. Stop! Fucking 30,000 credits, see? And this is why I don't play a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because they, like, when this types of shit happens, it's like, they think it's an incentive, but it's a decentive, actually. It's de-incentivizing the player, because you know what you're gonna get, and it just ain't worth it. The racing is still fun, though. The steering wheel still felt good, and they did pay a little bit, so, I don't know. Can't be too mad, right? Let's go out here into the world and see what it looks like for the one final time. I like it lights out, and then we see what is it day, is it night? The subtle glow of the sunset, right? Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Now is the time on Sprockets when we try and find our mouse and we can't. But it's go time. I promised the wife we'd go walk around the mall a little bit today. And you know what? When you promise the wife stuff, you make sure you deliver. I'm gonna try and get on later and do some iRacing practice, because I need to do some more dirt circles. I need more dirt circle practice. Yeah, man. I don't know when, but I definitely will be back on later to do some stuff, because like I said, I need to. Practice makes proficient, as I say, because there is no such thing as perfect. Perfect and perfection is an illusion sold by somebody that wants your money. You gotta be adult about that. Don't worry about being perfect, just worry about being better than you were the day before. As much as you feel like. If you wanna make a fucking transitional leap and become Michael Schumacher overnight, please let us know how you did it. Post a link in the chat, brother. Because we want to know. Inquiring minds want to know how you make your shit grow. I know how they make it grow. Bots. You do bots. Tony Kanaan used to do bots all the time, because like you'd see him go on there and then try and like, you know, figure out why he didn't have any viewers. He would do it right on the fucking stream. I would watch him do it. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And then there were times where, like, you know, they cracked down on that stuff, and you know, a lot of people, they have a lot less viewers than they used to. Oh, lost my camera. But I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows? I'm just a dude trying to do dude things with other dudes. And some chicks, too, when they show up. I know you're dreaming of me.
We can relate very much that in the motor racing, the example
What's
is like
his
rallying in the forest, extremely really fast, and you need courage to be able to brake late, to go throttle really.
I don't like that.
Very close to the edges of the corners.
I don't like that. Like a spider crawled into my USB fucking port or something like that. That's a bad plan, so we're gonna come up with a different solution for that, and I don't know what yet. You know what I'll do? I'll do an extension in the hub, and I'll connect the extension to the USB-C that, you know, ports from this thing. And that'll work. Whee! Make sure your wheel's turned off. Don't be like me and leave it on for 3 days or something like that. Even though it'll be fine. But it's probably not advisable. It's a definite fail. But thanks for watching, and thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate informing people. It's like, you know, it's like my second favorite thing to do. I like informing people about this stuff. I don't like being right about dumb fucking politics and, you know, shit like that. And, like, the fact that, you know, the sim racing community has been a fucking, like, pawn in global fucking geopolitics and economics for a little bit too long here. It kind of